Taylor Hall, fraud. Best of luck in Carolina.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. But of course, once a move like that happens, it certainly is going to start opening up the rumor board. Um, there's been a lot of talks that the Hawks have got to make a move this upcoming offseason. Like, it's no question about it. They need to add somebody and bring in some solid pieces to the next step has got to happen, and that is you got the main pieces coming up now and getting their experience. Now let's get some pieces to go with them and help them take that next level.
Yes.
Um, Apparently they are, again, this is all hearsay. No one knows actual truth behind any of this, but according to a few insiders, the Hawks are interested in either Ronton or Marner this summer.
Does it say Marner too?
I thought I saw Marner. For sure Ronton. I've seen Marner at some point. It might not be true, but whatever.
This one just says it's from The Athletic that the Blackhawks really want Mikko Rantanen and believe they can sign him this summer.
That was Mark Lazarus. I'm sure there's some condescending bullshit in his article talking about how that's a bad move and the Hawks don't deserve it and blah, blah, blah.
The next one was saying Mitch Marner was maybe thinking about max term $14 million AAV deal this summer. And if that's the case, I hope KD stays as far away from that as possible.
I hope KD stays as far away as possible regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, I don't want Marner. He's a great player, but he is just everything about that Toronto team just screams fucking prima donnas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want that in this team.
Like why would they play any harder in the playoffs when they're already getting paid?
Yeah. Like I want people that are going to be here that can be a team player that wants to win and aren't going to put themselves first, which just screams these Toronto guys.
Mm-hmm. The core guys, because I was going to say going into the next couple of guys that they're thinking about possibly doing an offer sheet. Matthew Nyes, I would be cool with.
Yeah, he'd be fine. Yeah, the core guys, the Nylander, the Matthews, the Marner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matthew Nyes would be cool. Who I really want, and I think you even said this before it even got brought up. Wyatt Johnston.
Yeah, Wyatt Johnston. Johnston,
sorry.
Yeah, dude. If the Hawks can snag Wyatt Johnston from Colorado or from Dallas, I say Colorado, from Dallas, that would be just so fucking perfect. Yeah. I mean, they'll have cap available, and I'm sure they'll try and make it work. Like, do they have any extensions in place? Oh, okay. Ottinger gets a little bit of a bump, but like, they don't really have any more extensions going on.
Don't they have to I know a few people?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Benn, he's in his last year of his deal, and he's at 9.5.
He'll be much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And I think their owner came out and said that it was the owner or the GM came out and said as long as he's there, you're going to be a Dallas Star.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Duchene is up. Evgeny Dadonov's up. Sam Steele is up. Those guys are making $3 million, $2.25, and 1.2. Like, it's not like a ton of money, and they'll have enough cap space, I believe, in order to make something work. If like you probably just don't bring back like Duchene if you keep Jamie Benn, because if you pretty much give Wyatt Johnston close to like that 8.5 or 8, if because of like not having to pay state tax, the Jason Robertson is making 7.75. Rupe Hintz is making 8.45. Like, I'm sure they're going to try and keep him around that $8 million mark.
And I was going to say he's got to be between those two.
I feel like if I'm him, I'm like, no, pay me more. The cap's going up.
No, I know, but I'm saying like I think they're going to try to keep him between those two.
Yeah, I mean, if they can drag it out, that'd be great because then the Hawks can sign him.
Well, here's the thing. If you keep that in mind, then it's like, what the Hawks could do is fuck them, offer him some ridiculous contract, like just enough that they'll match it, and just totally fuck their cap.
Yeah, but I don't know. Something says like you could just do that, and then they're like, "No, take them. We'll take the picks." And then the Hawks are like, "Well, that's fine."
Well, here's the thing, and we talked about this earlier today. After this draft, I don't like. Yes, there's value in draft picks, but it's not the importance as it has been the last few years. Like this is the last draft class that it's going to be an importance on getting best available and really just securing up our prospect pool. I mean, our team our prospects are in such a great fucking spot right now that you are set for the next few years on, next guy up, getting these guys in. The next class is going to go to Rockford, and then, keep going like that. Now is the time that you look and do your really good scouting, which our team does very well, and trying to find those late draft picks that are going to just excel. And it's going to take some time for them to develop in Rockford or stay in the juniors or wherever their route is. But that's where you're going to start building up our draft class now. Now is the time to trade your first rounds, your second rounds, to bring in solid pieces, or like offer sheets players and stuff like that. Like if you can keep those picks, awesome. But if there's a chance to bring in like a Wyatt Johnston, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, I still think we're like a year or two off from that. But I mostly agree.
I think I talked about this with you too. This summer they're going to attempt it at Rantanen. I don't think they're going to get it. So what they're going to need to do is they need to this summer. Their main goal needs to be, once Rantanen signs wherever he's signing, get Bedard locked down, and that's set. Because that's going to be the basis for all your future moves and what your contracts are going to look like going around. Then you need to start bringing in some players that can complement Bedard, that can complement your really fill out your top six. So you're not shuffling between 2, 3, 4 to fill out, lines 1 and 2. That's this summer. I think next summer is the one where it's like, I don't know who's the top free agent potential. Oh, McDavid potentially next summer. I know it's not. I'm just saying, like,
just hold out.
Some weird miracle McDavid hits free agency. That's the summer that you're like, okay, all in, host the style, like let's get him fucking here and let's go type of thing. Like
12 years.
I already tell that this is going to happen this summer when the Hawks don't sign Rantanen and they sign like very good players, but not that superstar. I fucking would love them to sign Brock Lesnar, but people think that they need to add these superstars to these teams. And the Hawks need a superstar, and they don't need a superstar. They have a superstar. What they need is those pieces to make him the superstar he deserves to be, like that we know he can be and what he's projected to be. That's what's needed. Is it nice to bring in a Rantanen? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, it would be awesome. But it's not necessary. There's enough good supporting cast players out there to take Bedard and to help take this team to the next level.
Yeah. And I mean, the other guys that you want to like be superstars are probably guys you're going to be drafting.
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
like they're going to need to develop. Like, there's no point in bringing in somebody that's not going to be. I get like when the team's consistently competing for cups in like hopefully 5 years, like you don't want to sign somebody that's going to end up not being a part of that.
Right.
Which, that's what it feels like with Rantanen. It's like it feels like it's just slightly too soon.